Hey everyone, it's Joe again for a quick video. So, winter is coming up. The harsh winter is probably weeks from now or a week from now. I'll give maybe 3 weeks from now. But so, what I like to do right before the winter gets bad, I give the Ridgeline a one last wash. If there's anything I like to do with my vehicles, is number one, I do my own oil changes so I know it's done right, and you also save tons of money if you do not take it to the dealership. And number two, I like to wash my own cars because first of all, the those automatic car washes are horrible for your paint, and taking it somewhere else, they do not care as much as you care. So if you have an able body and if you care about your paint, I would totally recommend to do it yourself. So what I like to do is, the first thing I do, I open the vehicle and I take everything out of it. So I put in a box everything that I had in the vehicle, take the car seats and everything, take my rubber mats, which is the Ridgeline original ones, and display everything out. I take everything from back here as well. That way I can vacuum and clean around the edge right here, take all this sand out and everything. As well, if you guys are not tracking, every once in a while you have to replace this filter. But what I like to do is, the Ridgeline just hit 20,000 miles on this last trip I took. So what I'm going to do for the first time is vacuum, just for now because I don't have a new one. But I'm gonna vacuum the filter. This is the AC filter, and as you guys can see, it's a little dirty and grimy in there. So I'm going to do that. The way you do that, there's these tabs. There's two. There's one and two. You push them in and you pull. I already did it off camera, so it's easy to explain to you. And with this, it's as simple as pushing this in, because they were locked right here. So you push it in and you take both out. With that being said, I clear everything. I remove the mats, I explained to you guys, and I am ready to vacuum. What you're going to need for this job is, number one, for the inside, I like to use this original protectant, and it works for everything, if it's dusty or not. I use my microfibers and I go off every surface that I'm not gonna be touching to drive, like the wheel. Glass cleaner is the first thing I do for all the insides as well. And obviously my good old microfiber towels. For the outside, I have my trusty dusty Honda pressure washer. So I used to be a big guy for electric pressure washers because there's less of a pain in the butt. But once I moved here to Virginia, I actually got this thing really cheap, just for $100, and it's great. So whenever it's time to do some maintenance, I'll do the maintenance. But it's as simple as filling up the oil. I have one of these things, which actually has eyeliner inside, so my hand is not wet and cold. For the pressure washer, I have the Mr. Pink stuff. It's great to fill up my cannon. And I do first I put the foam, and then first I spray it with just water. Then I put the foam, spray off the foam, spray again with foam. Then I use my mat for my hand. And obviously my channel is small, so I'm not getting any money off of it. But I do use this product. I'm pretty sure some of you have seen these on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. It's called the Last Coat, and it's one of those sprayable ceramic sprays for your vehicle, and they come with their own microfibers. So I got a package about a year ago, and I've been using the bottles. I think I got like 8 big bottles and 8 small bottles. It's just one of the small ones. So I use that as a finisher, and everything gets slick and smooth. In case you guys are wondering, I use the microfibers from Sam's Club. I bought the shop vac. I think this is the 6 gallon, I believe, from Costco. And obviously, get a pressure washer of any kind, you'll be alright. So I'm gonna start the process now. Alright, so I've been going through the whole thing, getting the seats, getting this channel right here, get everything in between. Obviously, I'm not gonna be showing you every single second, but it's hard enough to just record like this. But the next thing I want you guys to see is what I was talking about with the filter. I took out the filter. There's leaves and all kinds of grime in between. So I'm going to clean that out and then show you how it looks. Alright, so just to show you, I took my time and opened every single one and get the vacuum in there. I left some dirty ones so you guys can judge the difference. These are the dirty ones. There's fuzz. I actually found some feathers in between, but if you don't clean them, they're just grimy. I'm gonna vacuum this side too, but it does make a difference, so something to keep in mind. Hey, so real quick, I was cleaning this and everything was good, but just so you guys are tracking, I went a little too hard and I actually ripped one of them. So I for sure will go to Amazon or a store and buy this filter and change it. As a rule of thumb, I've been told you should change it like every other oil change. So I just had my 5, 10, my 4th oil change, so I'm definitely late with it. I should have changed this thing probably twice by now, but for right now I cleaned it and oh god, I already noticed, and I did rip it, so it's a little brittle at this point. So I'll just clean it for right now. I'll order another one online, save some money, and change it up. Alright, so once you vacuum your whole vehicle, the first thing I like to do after that, I'm going to clean the glass and the inside of the vehicle only for right now. And the way I do that, you push the button twice just to have the electronics on, and with that I can actually scroll down and get the edge first, then scroll it all the way up and finish each of the windows. Quick note, I have the window visors. So what I like to do while I'm doing the inside, I spray them on the inside too, so that way they are clean on this side, because once I close the window there's just a tiny gap. So once I clean that and I get the window this way, I roll it up and I finish the window. So while I'm doing my windows, I also like to use my glass cleaner for this, the dashboard, for this, the radio, and for the AC unit. So with this glass, I am very careful. I use a new towel because this is easily scratches for my radio, I actually have a tempered glass that I bought from Amazon a long time ago, so I can be a little bit more aggressive with it. It's not a big deal if I get a scratch or so, well, to me at least. And for this, just as simple as that. Once I finish with all my glass, including right here, and do not forget the back, I am ready for the next step. All right, next step. Once I finish all the glass, this is my chance to use this product. And honestly, this is just a brand. You can use any type of product that does the same thing. So the reason why I do the inside of the glasses first is because if I get any spray over the surfaces, this is my chance to clean it with this. This will take off any grime, any dust, anything in between, and it's gonna make it look nice and new. I'll show you guys before and after. And as well, if I haven't mentioned it yet, change your towel. I'm gonna hit all the surfaces from this hard plastic, the buttons. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use everything. It's gonna be a little slick, so you do not want to spray your wheel. You can spray everything else. All right, here we go. This is the before, and this is the after. I hope the camera actually picks it up, but it makes it look brand new, cleans all the dirt. I'm gonna use it for all the hard surfaces, the panels, and everything in between, and it's gonna look amazing. This is probably a good example of what this product does. I'm gonna show you guys here all the dust and grime whenever you step on this rail, and I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna show you the after. Alright, here we go. As you can see, it's night and date. It protects, it makes it look better. If you're in one of those super hot states, it's better for UV light. I like it. I mean, take a little bit of your time, maybe once a month or so, and protect your car. And I'll do all the surfaces, all that, and everything in between. I will even go up here and do it right here. Alright, let me finish this up so we can move to the next step. Alright guys, so I finished the inside, which is I vacuum, clean the glass, and I clean and protected the hard plastic surfaces. I'm done with all that. The only thing I need to go and do on the inside is putting the rubber mats inside. But to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using the pressure washer. I'm going to rinse the vehicle once so I can take off all this grime off of it as much as I can. I will also do the rubber mats. As explained, it's the best way to clean them. They'll go from grimy and dusty to clean and brand new. So I'm gonna move those to the side. I'm gonna air dry them and sun dry them. So first thing I'm gonna do, like I said, water only, no touching. Then I'm gonna hook up my foam cannon that I bought from Amazon, really cheap, and I already mixed a little bit of Mr. Pink. I'm gonna use the foam. I'm gonna foam it all up. Not gonna touch it at all. Then I'm gonna switch the tip, and I'm gonna rinse it without touching the vehicle so far. Then once I do that, I'm gonna do one more foam cannon for the whole thing, and then I'm going to use my glove, and I'm gonna go in straight motion, not circular, so I don't scratch the paint, or even if you scratch, it's not as noticeable as swirls. So I'm gonna do the whole vehicle like that. And once I finish that, I'm going to dry them with some drying towels that I have on the side. And once I get all that, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Alright guys, with the art of time lapse and some pausing, I washed the car. I dried the whole thing inside and out. Do not forget to open the doors, do the trim under. So right now, because I have the lever, I have to actually get in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry each window. I'm going to remove this window, which is, you can take the whole piece out. I'm gonna dry everything. You see my dog noses how dirty. I'm gonna first of all dry it, and then I'm going to spray with the glass cleaner. I'm also gonna clean the back there, the actual truck glass. And once I'm done with all that, I'm gonna move into the last coat, which is the ceramic coat. Here we go. Alright guys, I figured I will pause the time lapse real quick just to show you how easy this is. With the leer, I have the removable window. So what I have to do is take this out. I clean the glass of the Ridgeline from the outside, dry it out, so simple. And then once I have the window on the on my lap or right here, I'll spray with glass cleaner inside and outside, make it shine. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Also, before I install this window, I'm gonna save myself a step, and I'm going to start with the last coat, which I usually start on the outside of the vehicle, but since I'm already here, the way you apply it is you apply directly to this surface, and then you spread it all over. Just a quick motion. And after you do that with another one, which I usually have on my other hand when I'm not recording, I'll just buff it out. And that, believe it or not, is the whole process. I will do the exact same thing inside and outside of this window, and that will keep this part of the vehicle clean. And if it rains, the water will just slide down, and it's pretty awesome. So I'll get to that, and then I'm going to start doing the same exact process in the whole outside. So application rag and buffing rag, and after that, all I might have to do is the tires. I like to use tire shine, and then we'll be done. Alright guys, real quick, just to show you how cool this thing is. I did half the hood with this product and half of it without it, with the same application. One rag is for application, the other one's for buffing. On this side, I have not put it on. Cool. On this side I finished, and it will just slide down. Same thing happens with water and everything, with grime. And what I like about this product is, like, once I do that maybe once a quarter, next time my car gets dirty, I literally just have to spray it with water and everything will come out, which just saves me a lot of car washes in a whole year. So I'll do the same process for the whole car, and then we'll close out this video. Cool, I finished applying the last coat. This is the time where you do not want to forget to open all the doors and wipe and clean everything around it. Also this part, don't forget under and the pillar right here. Looking good. It's definitely a lot of work, but it's worth it. As well, do not forget to open your gas port, clean everything around it. Not only it will look nice for peace of mind, and nothing will be dripping out of it. At this time as well, I apply my tire dressing, which you apply it, do not wipe it, and you let it dry. I'm gonna finish up some details, and as well, this is the time where you want to get back to your box. Where do I put it? Oh yeah, everything in your box. This is everything that was inside my vehicle. So this is the time for you to decide what you want back in it. You did all this work, so you want it kind of nice. That's how I clean all the receipts and everything that I've been just accumulated in there. I put back the mats, and we'll finally finish up this video. Alright guys, I'm finally done. It was about 4 hours, 5 hours because I was recording, but just so you know, this type of job will take you 3 to 4 hours, take care of your own vehicle. It's really no rocket science. Get a couple products, get a shop vac. You don't have to use a foam cannon, but I mean, I love it. But you can just do it with a bucket. Make sure whenever you're washing, you don't do circles, you just do lines. That way, if you happen to scratch anything, it will not be noticeable. I love how it came out. It is a lot of work, but it is satisfying. Now that my vehicle is clean, I'll put inside whatever I need to put inside, and I'll call it a day. All right, thanks a lot. If you enjoyed the process and if you liked it, like and share. Thank you once again. Have a good one.